So we're incredibly lucky. The weather conditions, the tide. Our colleagues in Jersey are going to allow us to head out to the Minquiers offshore reef, about 10-12 miles offshore here down in Jersey. It's going to be spectacular. Come with me for an adventure on this episode of Highfield Boats TV. So who is South Pier Marine? Well, South Pier Marine is the island's Highfield dealership, Beneteau dealership, Honda franchise. Nice M3 convertible there for anyone that's a car connoisseur. Full chandlery facilities, so they have you completely covered for everything you need on your trip to the islands. And then heading down the quayside, you can see literally they're on the waterside. Perfect location. There's their fleet of vans. Busy family business. Bob and Nick doing a superb job here. Here's the 760 Patrol being cleaned. Full workshop facilities behind. Absolutely, they have you covered here. So we're just leaving Jersey now. It will be an 11-metre tide today, coming up onto Springs. Timed it right with our guys from South Pier Marine. We're heading south, due south about 11 miles, where there is the most incredible reef called the Minquiers. We're lucky enough on the daylight today, 30 degrees, 5 or 6 Highfields. We're heading down to the islands.
This is lit.
So we're lying astern now, because beside us, as the tide falls away, you can see the reefs are just uncovering, literally meters away from us. So we are following the locals because they know these waters and we don't. So welcome everybody. Welcome to the Minquiers. Look at this. Look at this. Sandbars out here now. Tide is dropping. We've still got another 2 hours before low water, so we come out here. We've got the picnic gear, we've got the barbecues, we've got the tents, 5 boats. We're going to put the boats on the sandbars and just let them dry out. This is heaven. This is heaven. Look at this place. The colour of the water, my goodness. Beached. We've got Ivy already swimming. We've got a 760 Patrol at anchor out there, just about to dry out in probably about half an hour's time. We've got Le Minquiers up here with their Patrol 660 commercially coded and their Patrol 760 commercially coded. And here's our fleet. Patrol 760. There's our gazebo setup. Sport 800. Patrol 660. Patrol 600. Look at this. We're in heaven, guys. We are in heaven. So we've been here for about an hour. The tide is still falling. You'll remember the shots an hour ago of us putting the boats on the beach. This is how things have changed in under an hour. This tiny narrow channel, now we can understand why we followed the local boats. Didn't want to get it wrong. And if we walk up along our sandbar now, you can see just how high and dry our fleet of boats is. So where are we on a chart? Well, we're about halfway, kind of, between Jersey and France in the Minquies, and you probably can't make out the scale of the place. But actually, this reef system is enormous. And you can imagine hundreds of years ago, the number of vessels that didn't make it through here. The tide absolutely hammers through here. Look at that. Rocks. We are surrounded by the most jagged rocks and the most incredible sand. And on top of that, bearing in mind we're still in UK waters technically, the most turquoise of oceans. Look at the colour of that water. It's just paradise. Look at it. While we're down here, it's really nice to see some commercial operators out using Highfields. So this is Le Minquiers embarking passengers. Their 760 Patrol Honda BF250. You see the tide has turned, so it's time for people to start leaving the sandbar. So a very different scene now. Look, tide's coming back fast. The sandbar is decreasing in size very, very quickly. Most of the charter boats are collecting their guests. Look at this. In no time at all, the water is back. What an experience this has been. That's it. That is what's left of our sandbar. It just, when the tide turns, it just disappears. So we're off. Everyone's deserted, everyone's off. What an incredible place to spend a few hours. So here we are, arriving back at South Pier. Tide's on the make, so the guys are starting to unload our gear on the steps there. South Pier Marine's store is in the corner of the harbour, just over there, plus their workshops. And I think we have had one of the most incredible explorative adventures we've ever had. These guys, this is 12 miles offshore, the conditions have to be right. Today the conditions were right, the tides were right, everything fell into place. And I want to thank Nick and Bob of South Pier Marine genuinely for organising this trip. It has been absolutely incredible.